We spotlight a guy that's been kind of the heart and soul of the Chargers for a number of years. Now, Rolf Benirschke, number 6.
I studied zoology in college, and when I decided to try to play pro football, it became very difficult for me to rationalize that, given my background and given the problems that exist not only in the zoo but in the world around us. To just kick a football for a living didn't really satisfy me. And so Kicks for Critters sort of came out as a result of my interest, my father's work here at the zoo, and the ability then to do something constructive. We both sat down and said, we got to do it while we have the opportunity. So we got together and developed a program with my attorney, Lee Steinberg, who is actually well known for doing this sort of thing.
As one of the leaders in the country, the zoo undertook to establish a research department at about the same time when he went into football. And I was struggling to start this department and make it popular so that people could understand the wisdom. And of course, part of this is getting enough funds to do research. So when he came along, I thought, that's fine, we can use any help we can get, and it turned out to be quite helpful. And it is interesting that one can meld football to the zoo community, but I think he's done it very successfully.
One of the things I think that has been important with the Kicks for Critters program is, besides raising the money so the research can actually be done, it's to make people aware of the problem. That is the second, and in my mind, at least as important a goal as the first.
Working to preserve endangered species has been a lifelong dream of Rolf's. But on the other side of the coin, the world of football is kind of brand new to Dr. Benirschke.
Michael, I know absolutely nothing about football. I knew nothing about football. I had never seen a football game, and I had never seen him play until he actually was drafted. I'd never seen him play in college. I never came to his high school football games. I never seen him play soccer, except in one movie. So I knew nothing about it, and I had no idea about the implication of being drafted by the Oakland Raiders when he was drafted. None.
Have you become a Charger fan now?
Yes, very much so. And in fact, I have... I don't think I've ever missed a game. That's right.
Is he a good football fan?
It was so funny because when he first found out that I was going to give professional football a try, it was, you know, when are you going to get a real job? What about the future? What about veterinary school? And it was really kind of a struggle between the two of us to work it out. And then I became ill, and when I finally got better, he realized how much it meant to me and really supported my comeback, along with my mother and my brother and sister. But the five of us really, I know it was them that got me back, and now that I'm back playing, Mom listens to talk shows and Dad's the same way, and he sometimes has 2 TVs on together watching 2 different football games. It's really a complete 180-degree turn.
You like to see it when he goes out there to kick the field goal, particularly when it's in a situation where you're going to win the game or lose it on that last kick?
I feel sorry for him, but he says he doesn't actually perceive it that way. He loves doing it. I think, my God, I hope it works out. I worry every time he goes out, but I'm happy he can do it.
Over the years, the Washington Redskins have really given the Chargers trouble. In fact, they have been downright nasty. Back in 1980, the Skins won easily. For the Chargers, the bright spots with this Dan Fouts pass to Greg McCrary for a touchdown, then a short burst over the middle by Hank Bauer. Well, come next Monday night, the Chargers will try and turn the tables on the Redskins. The Washington Redskins coming up next week, Coach, and I guess it helps a little bit because you got that extra day of rest, and with so many injuries, that could be a vital factor.
Yes, it'll help us a great deal. It'll probably help Washington, too, because they, John Reagan's, you know, their big running back, didn't play at all yesterday in their victory over Detroit, and so he'll be back also. But then little Jumpin' Joe Washington, you remember him? He's an old San Diego player, and he had a great game against Detroit.
You know, the guy that makes it all work because their quarterback, Joe Theismann, a guy that can scramble out of the pocket, and he's an active guy.
Well, he can do a lot of things. A lot of those scrambles are designed, and he drops straight back and design blocking, and then he'll roll one way or the other.
It's a matchup, too, against a coach that has been kind of part of your past at San Diego State.
He sure Chargers. I'll tell you, Joe Gibbs, one of the finest people I've ever met in my life, and he's proven to be just a tremendous coach, a very, very superior coach.
They're coming to our house, and we haven't had a chance to see Joe Gibbs since he left. It'll be a nice homecoming for him.
Yeah, it's going to be another tough game. I don't think we've had not a tough game all year, you know, but they're a good team, and, you know, we can't let up. We got to go back and practice this week and work harder than ever, you know, come out next week firing.
Washington runs basically the same offense that our offense is running. we've been practicing on that all year, and we're going to have to go out and stop them.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of the Don Coryell Show. The Chargers, unfortunately, 8 points short against the Denver Broncos, 14-6. A big one coming up next Monday night. It'll be the Washington Redskins. We'll be live from the locker room following that one. Thanks for being with us. Have a good week.
Winslow, Joyner, and Chandler. Good protection for Fouts down the middle. Leaping catch. McElroy covers Jesse Bendros, the rookie from Alabama, his first catch in the National Football League. So Bendros, a 7th-round draft pick, finds an opening and a first down.
Jesse Bendros. They've got 4 wide receivers in there, and Bendros is the man that they're looking for, number 86. Great chance for Dan Fouts to pick up the first down. He does it right here. You see Bendros streaking down the middle, right about the 40-yard line. Just a beautiful catch by Bendros.
29 yards and a first down. That's Chandler in motion from the 44. Fouts. Open, Winslow, and he's at the Raider 37. Matt Millen made the tackle. Interesting counter to Ernest Jackson. Jackson lined up directly behind the quarterback, and a direct toss. It gave the look of going right, and then Jackson knifing back to the weak side. Good yardage near the 31 before Millen can make the Fouts, moving on the all-time list of passers in the NFL. Another first down to Winslow. About 4. Ernest Jackson, who starts today, number 2 in the American Conference behind the Jets' Freeman McNeil. Jackson has 544 yards. Dan Fouts, and Fouts has done it in a hurry. He's a relatively young 33 years of age.
One of many records that he has written, and he's climbing rapidly.
He looks at 5 defensive backs, 2nd down and 7. In trouble. Interference on Lester Hayes. He used the left hand to push off on Charlie Joyner. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Jackson. Ernest Jackson has a touchdown. The 6th rushing touchdown for Jackson this year, and the Chargers seemingly in trouble early, and then Dan Fouts loosening up that right arm, and he marched them in a hurry.
A great matchup of talent. The #1 passing offense in the NFL against the #1 passing defense in the NFL. But it's the running game that the Chargers need to have today to control the football, and Jackson, with that explosive style of running, right there exploding into the end zone. That's great.
Ricardo for Rolf Benirschke. Benirschke had a kidney stone operation, so he's on the sidelines today and probably won't play for a week or 2 more. Ricardo signed a week ago. Former San Diego State star. He hits the extra point.
You see how quickly Jackson is capable of exploding. He's very rapid, getting to the hole, and then uses his power. Got a little help from one of his blockers there, who literally threw him into the end zone. The officials can call that illegal. Let's take another peek at that.
Yesterday, the loss of Kellen Winslow, a vital part of your offense. It's got to hurt. How do you replace someone like that?
Well, #1, you don't replace him, as we found out earlier in the season when Kellen was going through his contract thing. When we played Seattle, we had a very difficult time, and we're going to have a difficult time coming up. You just don't replace a player that is as dominant as Kellen Winslow. He is one of the finest football players that probably have ever played.
Dr. Gary Losey talked about the injury today, and he said it's going to be 9 to 12 months before they know whether or not Kellen can play again. A severe knee injury, and he said maybe the toughest thing coming back is the mental aspect of it.